Hey guys, welcome back to Operation Arsenal. Today we got a 1-1 draw against Fulham at home, and it was probably in the most predictable fashion ever. This really, again, sums up the season. It is 1 step forward, 2 steps back. I don't understand how. I don't know why I'm able to predict this all the time before the game started. I said to myself, it just really wouldn't surprise me if that Arsenal shows up today and we come away with a loss or even a draw, and it's exactly what's happened. Lots of things to talk about in this game. The first thing I want to talk about it straight away because I know everyone's going to be thinking about it. The goal that wasn't, the VAR decision to rule out our first goal for offside when Saka's toenail was seemingly a millimetre offside. It is a bit mental, isn't it? So first of all, yes, the decision is correct. He is technically offside, but how am I meant to show an image like that to my grandkids? In 30 years, we'll be looking back at that because we won't be using technology like this. I don't think so anyway. We'll be looking back and going, why were we doing that? Genuinely, I believe that this will ruin the sport in the next 10, 20 years if we keep having this. It is not fun. It's not entertaining. It might be the correct decision, but it takes all the emotion out of scoring a goal. It's frustrating. Oh, it does my head in, although it is the right decision. So before anyone goes crazy, I'm not saying that we should scrap VAR forever right now and that's it. You guys know I'm not a massive fan of it and that I don't think we use it correctly at the moment. And the referees in general are just shocking in this league. But genuinely, that image, and there's been so many other images like it where, you know, players are this far offside and we're zooming into pixels to see a hair strand offside. It's pretty ridiculous to me. And again, yes, it's the right decision, but I hate it. I absolutely hate it. For me, there was no advantage whatsoever. Saka didn't score the goal, okay? Yes, you could argue he's part of the build-up to the goal, and he was in the offside position. It should be ruled out. I totally get it. I'm not saying it's the wrong decision. I'm saying morally and entertainment-wise, it's rubbish. It's so rubbish, and I hate it. I really do. And a lot of people agree with me. A lot of people disagree. A lot of people love VAR, and they love how it's making the game fairer. But for me, the most important thing that football offers is entertainment. I would say so much more, but I don't really want to get into it in this video. We're just going to go ahead and leave it at that because I could go on about this for 20, 30 minutes and people would get very angry at me. To sum it up, I don't think VAR is a bad technology. I think the way we use it is incorrect. And for decisions like that, it's annoying. It's not fun. I want to enjoy watching football. Even if that wasn't Arsenal, even if that was a different team, I'd be annoyed at that. Anyway, we'll move on because then, of course, we conceded a penalty. Gabriel sticking his foot out. I mean, that alone is stupid. And I don't appreciate the fact that he's done that. It doesn't make any sense. If you're not going to get the ball and you're in the penalty box, don't stick your leg out. It's basic knowledge of football and defending, isn't it? And I don't think Pablo Mari makes that mistake. And he's been unbelievably good for us recently. So straight away, you're making the comparison. Should Mari start? Should Gabriel start? I just think it's a bit of a silly one, but it was soft. I think there's very minimal contact. And, you know, the Fulham player goes down. It's a penalty. It is what it is, and they bury it. By the way, wasn't that their only shot on target up until that point? In fact, I can check the stats right here. Shots on target for Fulham won the penalty. So there you go. I saw the expected goals was, I think, 0.8 for Fulham and 2.7 for Arsenal. So, you know, if you like stats and you look into things like that and you think that tells the story, then fair enough. Obviously, it's about the scoreline in the end, and we should have scored more goals. There's no denying it. We are just incapable of consistently scoring goals, it seems, at home. Away from home, we seem to be doing really well. We've scored 3+ goals in a lot of games recently, but at home, there's something about playing at the Emirates right now. I can't explain it. And then we finally do get our goal in the 96th, I think it was, minute of the game. we had our goalkeeper. Matt Ryan was in the box. And actually, he won the header from the cross, which then went over to Ceballos, I think it was. He drilled it across the goal. Keeper saves it. And then a certain Eddie Nketiah was there to bury it. Now, I don't want to spend too long talking about Nketiah because I think a lot of people give him unfair criticism, including myself. If he doesn't score that goal, let's say that chance never happened, we lose 1-0, we're saying he made no impact whatsoever in this game. We're sitting here saying, what did Nketiah offer? He made a couple of good movements in the box, a few times where he couldn't control the ball, a shot that went flying over the bar. Realistically, he did nothing except from a tap-in. But fair play to him. Right place, right time. That's what Nketiah does. He's a fox in the box. And honestly, I'm so grateful that he got that goal because it's a point rather than a loss. There's nothing left in the league to fight for at this point. You know, it's becoming so frustrating to watch and so normal that I end up not caring. I was watching the F1 at the same time. It's so much more fun. I really enjoyed that race. And just going back to the Arsenal game while I'm watching, I'm just thinking, this is so boring. This is so boring. We just don't seem to be playing at a very good level at home. I can't really put my finger on it. Unfortunately for Fulham, I think that might be it. I don't see how they're going to recover any more of the points against the big teams. I know they're playing a lot of the lower teams as well. They've got games against Southampton, was it Burnley, and I believe, who else were they playing? In fact, if I check the table, it'll probably remind me. I think they play West Brom as well, I think. So they've got some really big games coming up, which, you know, 3 points against those three teams, and it's a different story. But the reality is they're probably not going to win all of those matches. They're probably going to drop some points against the lower ranked teams. And I think, unfortunately, this might have been the swinging point. Is that the right term? You know, they were winning this game right until the very end. And I've seen footage of Anderson, their centre-back, the number 5, great player, by the way, walking down the tunnel, and he actually kicks over one of the, I think it was one of those hand gel stations. He's literally booted it on the floor, absolutely fuming, and rightly so. It was really, really not nice for the Fulham players, the staff, and all the fans watching to concede a goal like that. And ultimately, it could be what kicks off the end, you know, the beginning of the end. Really disappointing for them, but they probably didn't actually deserve to get the 3 points today. Honestly, I know Arsenal weren't superb, but the amount of chances we had. Do you know what, though? The worst thing about today isn't even the result. It's the injury to Lacazette. I'm extremely concerned. It looked like he pulled a hammy. I think his hamstring's gone, which is weeks, potentially a month or two, which would mean the end of his season. And do you know what? He has been so good for us recently. I'm very concerned. We've just got Balogun to sign a new deal. So I'm guessing if Lacazette is out for a while, he will definitely be in the squad. And I guess we go with Nketiah until Aubameyang's fit. Aubameyang, of course, still coming back from malaria, which is a really serious illness. It's a very serious illness. And it wouldn't surprise me if it takes him a while to get going again. And he's already been spending this whole season trying to get back to that good form. It's just been a year to write off for him. Do you know what, though? Maybe we play Martinelli as a striker. I thought he was really good today at times. Just, again, in front of goal. Should be scoring one or two of those chances. He almost scored in the first 30 seconds. What a start that would have been. But can I just say, with the lineup, which, you know, it wasn't awful. I wasn't expecting to see El Neni, Bellerin and Matt Ryan start, but, you know, I wasn't surprised to see the rest of the players. I absolutely love Saka, Smith Rowe, Martinelli as the three behind the striker. How exciting is that? How about that for a positive to end on? We have some incredible players coming through attacking wise, and also next season, if we're bringing Saliba back into the team, you know, with him and Gabriel or Mari, a new right back and Tierney fit, we do have a solid structure to build on. But as far as I'm concerned, this season is done in the Premier League. I just don't think it's worth fighting for anymore. Yes, we could maybe get a little bit of a better looking finish. Maybe we can finish 7th or something like that. But realistically, we should now be tunneling our focus on the Europa League. 3 games, of course. 2 semi-final games and the final. That's it. Win those 3 matches and we're in the Champions League. And that makes things a lot easier in the market in the summer so we can bring some players in. And you know what, guys? I bet you're expecting me to be angry today, but if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. It's a great meme. I just expected a bad result today, and that's what we got. It's just simply not good enough. Trust the process. I think this time next year, if we are still in a position like this, it will probably be time for Arteta to go. But for me, right now, there is no way we sack the manager. No way. We need this summer. We need then the window in January as well. We go again, and then this time next year, ask me how I feel. But thank you for watching, guys. Sorry to the Fulham fans. Like I said, I think it's probably time. I think they're probably going to get relegated. I don't think they're going to fight back from here. But you never know. Crazier things have happened. Best of luck to Fulham, because I do like them. And I will see you guys for the next Operation Arsenal.